Story number 2 here is on this week's episode of Dynamite, Jeff Jarrett appeared following Jay Lethal's win over Trent. He hyped up Jay as a wrestler that wins over Sting and Ric Flair. Double J added that Sanjay Dutt has an IQ of 180 and that they've taken over promotions all across the world. A lot of those are out of business, I'm sure. Jarrett then brought up Satnam Singh and said he's a real giant. He added that he's not a make-believe monster in red skinny jeans produced by the Banana Nose Factory. Question. Is this whole go-to, AEW shtick where they take shots at WWE, is that gimmick played out with the AEW audience? Because to be honest, it really didn't get the reaction I think he thought he was going to get when he pulled that shit again. Like, Soraya's tried it. Jeff Jarrett's tried it. The last couple times that people have taken shots at WWE, I think it's fallen flat. I think the IWC's tired of it. I think AEW fans are tired of it. I don't think, that worked for a little bit, but now it's kind of put up or shut up, and a lot of these people aren't putting up. And I think that the AEW audience is tired of it. They're just trying to enjoy their own product. I think in the great words of the Wheeler Yuta, he said it way too well. I'm obsessed with this quote that Wheeler Yuta said of 2 different products for 2 different people. I can't say that any better. That's why the IWC and WWE fans don't get along. 2 different products for 2 different people. Very similar. They're both wrestling, but 2 different products for 2 different people. And clearly, Jeff Jarrett doesn't understand that, right? He's already tone deaf. Jeff Jarrett comes into a new company, tone deaf, and he's already off to a glowing start here, to speak sarcastically. Where was that necessary, taking shots at WWE? I don't know. Did he think the crowd was going to pop? Why go poke the big bear? Why go poke the big machine? How many times do you think you're going to poke the big machine before the big machine gets tired of it and fucking pokes back, right? And if I'm Braun Strowman in this situation, I just leave this alone. That was a stupid promo. It didn't go over. It didn't hit. It's not going to further any story in AEW, which once again is what I talk about when I talk about AEW promos. They don't do a good job of pushing the brand. They don't do a good job of pushing the story. They don't do a good job of building the logo. They're literally just there to take shots at people, whether it's taking shots within your own company or taking shots at people in other companies. It's fucking pointless. And I went back and did a little research and watched some of the Satnam Singh and some of the matches he's had. Maybe it was one match, but I watched it. He's another one of these giants that's plucked out of the NBA that has a long way to go, that gets rushed to the main card because they're impressive looking, but there's nothing there. Braun is talented. Like, let's not talk. Braun may be a little bit of an asshole. He may have a little bit of an ego. He may share some crazy views that I actually share about size in wrestling, but we got to be realistic. Braun is extremely athletic and extremely talented in the ring for a guy his size. I don't want to take that away from him. No matter what you think about Braun Strowman, as far as these oversized gladiator men, he moves well and he does have in-ring ability. And I think, to be honest, I really think that AEW in the long run is going to regret this Jeff Jarrett hire. It feels to me like just another, here goes Jeff Jarrett. It's another out of touch, old school holdover of wrestling who just has that old school train of thought, who doesn't understand what the new school audience wants. And so, I think AEW ends up regretting that hire eventually.